Four changes in total. Up front, Samir Nurkovic and Christian Saile make way for Terence Vugamanja and the Ghanaian Enoch Kwaiko. And at the back, in the middle rather, we've got Hape Moralo coming in for Brooklyn Pokenpool. At left back, you've got young Apiwa Paliti replacing Lyle Lekay. All right, then with those changes, what does that mean, Brian Mate, in terms of how Supersport United will play?
I am salivating, of course, on the battles that are going to be in the midfield. Lebohang Maboe, Sipe Sitlendlovu. Look out for that battle, of course, against Makatheni Makaula, and there is talent in Bata. Both sides, of course, there's point of reference in Kwaike, Terence Zukamanja from Orlando Pirates. There's evidence Makopa and Mahaum Kota.
Talking of former Orlando Pirates players, my dear Lepule starts on the bench, as does former Pirates captain Tulani Sachayo for Supersport. Well, for Jose Rivera, he has also made 4 changes. Evidence Makopa comes in up front in place of Teofatso Mabasa, who's the leading scorer for Pirates in the Cup this season. And Kabelo Dlamini also making way, but Paseka Mako is in at left back this afternoon. And then you've got Tapelo Toki coming into the center of defense in place of Nkosnati Spisi. In goal is Sipo Chain takes over. He returns to take over from Melusi Delesi. As the Buccaneers preparing for the team photo. And Brian Mate talks you through the formation.
There is no Tito. Then who takes up the responsibility? Relebohilo Mufoke gets to be the number 10, supported by Kaula Makatheni, Talent Mbata. There is the evergreen Dion Hoto on that left-hand side. It is Toki's experience in the centre-back pairing that's going to be crucial in terms of containing Supersport.
Our match referee this afternoon is Mr. Koyan Olani Kwinda, a man from Ngovela village. He's assisted by Tamara Sbati and Atupolo Matela. Fourth official is Cedric Mubali. Olani Kwinda from here in Limpopo. And the two captains, Nico Mobi, another Limpopo man, and Tapan Koki, all the way from Cape Town. He returns to captain this Orlando Pirates side, hoping that they'll take another step to history as they look to make the three-peat. That's the man in charge this afternoon, Andre Arense, of course, a former goalkeeper for this club and now assistant coach. And in the absence of Gavin Hunter, he takes full charge of the side, assisted by Paul Matthews. And not seeing Grant Johnson on the bench either. Jose Rivero, a man who is looking to make history as well and win it for a third successive season at this Nedbank Cup. What a fantastic career he's had so far in the PSL. What fantastic few seasons in the PSL. All set for action then. This is the first of the quarterfinal matches. We are underway in the Peter Mokaba Stadium Nedbank Cup quarterfinal. It is Supersport United, the winners back in 2017, up against the holders, Orlando Pirates. Early chance here for Supersport United. Oh my goodness, what a start that would have been. And fired straight at Sipo Chain. Beautiful 10 from Mahuba. Local boy, of course, evidence Mahuba. But my goodness, when you see a team miss chances like that, you can't help but be filled with dread for them, because as Hotto looks to force his way through here, Supersport United have had it tough against Pirates in recent times. The third meeting this season, they've already lost twice to them, once in MTN8 and then in their league meeting in the first round. So when you see them miss a chance like that, Brian Martin, opening 20 seconds of the game.
I think for me, it's not a question of a chance missed, but it's a great save from the keeper at the end of the day. But it's a rude awakening for Orlando Pirates in terms of the variation of Supersport. They can box differently. They play the long ball. They won the battle in that against the Pirates defense. They managed to get a shot on target, and that's signal for Orlando Pirates to say they're going to play aggressive Supersport.
Well, let's take a look at that opportunity again for Supersport United early on here. Pirates still maybe caught a little bit napping. Good strength there You say it's a great save. I say it was made. He didn't even have to move. As Kweku fired it straight at the keeper.
That's the positioning as well.
Yeah,
It's the positioning of the keeper in anticipation of that ball being cut back or played into the near post. And that, of course, comes with experience.
I'll grant you that. That certainly was great positioning from Chain. Making a return. He missed a win over Chippa United last weekend when Melu Subtelezi was in goal. Chain has been of course, the first choice keeper for the last couple of seasons for Orlando Pirates. Very different player from very different goalkeeper from Melu Subtelezi. Very much a fantastic shot stopper. Very physical presence in the box with Tillis, but Chain, of course, now is a great player with a ball at feet as well. Such an important element of the game these days.
Very important, because you become part of us counter-attacking. The distribution has got to be precise. It's got to be a commanding figure. It's got to see opportunities, anticipate danger as well.
Pirates, Supersport United, really having one of their most difficult seasons in as far as the league is concerned, as this one just gets away. It's been a real slog for Supersport United in the league. They come into this one on a run of 5 matches in which they've won 2, only 2 wins in their last 5. They've that includes the cup match in there as well. They have drawn 2 and lost 1, but of course that run also includes a very good win over Kaizer Chiefs, thumping Chiefs by 4 goals to 1 in a league match at the FNB Stadium, which meant that Supersport United completed a league double over Chiefs.
You know Silas smiling, right?
Christian Silas starting on the bench. Scored on debut in this competition for Supersport United. He's starting this one on the bench. Interesting play with Samir Nukovic and misses out. He, Agatha, has picked up a knock. So he's a big miss for them. That's a great ball in here. Kota just and tips over his own feet there. Mohamed Kota. It was a wonderful ball to play him in by Mbata.
Well set up for him, but I thought he changed his mind a couple of times. He could have played it onto the near post and forced defenders to clear, and sometimes could lead to an own goal. But he's always going to be a threat, you know, being left-footed, playing on the right-hand side. That will cause problems for Supersport.
Ricardo Goss, once again, preferred in goal to Tagasani Mbanjwa, who was on a bit of a roll, was Mbanjwa, in terms of being the first choice, but Ricardo Goss has wrestled that jersey back from Mbanjwa. Otto stretching his legs for the first time this afternoon. The season he's having, Dion Otto. Evergreen Dion Otto.
Does he ever get tired? Understand he makes. He's got a V8 engine on him based on the amount of ground that he covers, potential goal scorer as well.
Back to Chain. A good ball, but the flag was up from the near side. Good idea. Just the man going a little bit early, the near side assistant Tamara Sbati had his flag up.
Good movement. I think really caused him problems. Good 10. Good vision there. Just pulled off too early there, Otto. But that's the kind of supply that you would want from or expect from Mofokeng.
Supersport United, by the way. If you're just joining us, are in red. They've given it away. Mahopa here, dilly-dally too long and was pickpocketed. He was handed a gift there, but wanted more time than he actually had. What a chance. That was some careless defending there from Supersport United, and they get away with it.
You punish mistakes as a striker. His state of readiness, questionable. Look at him in anticipation. He wasn't even too sure what he wants to do. Hesitated. He still wanted to engage his teammates. Sometimes you've got to take it first time.
Good work from Ndlovu. Great recovery to steal the ball there. Tsegofatso Mabasa will look to make an impact of the benchman here, who's got the only hat-trick for an Orlando Pirates player in the Nedbank Cup. He managed that against Baroka in the last round. Pirates facing PSL opposition for a second time in this season's Nedbank Cup, while Supersport also facing PSL opposition for the second time. Maropa. But showed too much of it there, and he's also fouled his man. It's a promising start to the game, Ramata, very open.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, we saw the initiative from Supersport early stages, forcing a save out of China. Orlando Pirates making inroads into that Supersport defense. They haven't tested the keeper yet. For me, they need to do better than that. That's Ricardo Gross.
Stolen again by Supersport United. They can look to launch an attack. Lungu is wide on the right-hand side. Nico Mobi. Space now down this left-hand side for Kweko, who's on proud, the Ghanaian. Now, is that a corner? No, it's actually goal kick for Orlando Pirates. Lewa Mabuye, my word, he settled down very quickly in this Supersport United side, and you can see his wise head and his experience really coming in handy in this young side.
Good combination alongside Supersit and Ndlovu. Great understanding, of course, alongside Khape, Moralo.
This is Mahaula being hustled there by opposite number there in Ndlovu, another former Orlando Pirates player.
He is just this super powerful Pirates in that midfield. Makaula Makathene dominant.
I tell you, he's proven to be a genius acquisition for Pirates. I think there were a few raised eyebrows when they signed a player of his age, but wow, he really has proven to be a valuable player in that position where Miguel Tim used to operate.
Yeah,
and he really has been brilliant as Mahaula.
Rated highly by the coach. Had a few comments from him, showering praises on his work ethic and his football intelligence.
Now, operating now, probing down that right-hand side, Supersport United. Cut back. This is Apaliti.
Handball.
Man goes down and then also handles the ball. It's a decent ball whipped in though into the box by Apaliti.
difficult one for defenders to clear. Look at that bounce. Very awkward.
Yes, but this bounce then, Brian Mate illustrating a concern raised by Jose Rivero about playing this match at this ground. This pitch is not the best in terms of evenness. And you might be wondering why a big match, or at least what would be classed a big match like this, why it's being played at the smaller Peter Mkaba Stadium, although we haven't quite a full house yet. We would have expected a bigger crowd. Anyway, the newer stadium across the road from us is unavailable also because of the state of the pitch, we are told. A recent music concert that was held there left its mark. Makadzi left her mark. Could be problems here for Pirates, and Supersport United still in possession. They go wide. Mobi, Lungu, lost their possession, lost the initiative there, having won the possession in a very promising position. Supersport United.
So far, so good for them. They've congested that midfield to deny Pirates any dominance. William Mufukeng a little bit frustrated playing in that number 10 role, having to more link up the fetch and carry into defense, from defense into attackers.
Great move again here for Supersport United. Kwaku unable to get onto it again, away by Mbata. Only as far as Ndlovu. It'll come right back again with Kwaku. Poki stretches that long leg out to intercept.
They're cramping Pirates style, and they're forcing Pirates to play these long balls because there's so much congestion in that midfield based on how they've assembled themselves. Supersport, there's not enough movement for them to just knock a few passes. Maybe the other option is to start utilizing the wings, Hotto being an option, and Kota on the right hand side.
Cutting inside is Baliti, looking to slip in. Kwaku. Great work from Talented Mbata. So come under the pressure situation there. Did ever so well. This is good work from Supersport United, not allowing Pirates any time on the ball. They're closing down very quickly. As I say that, they lose possession. Now Rele Mufukeng can go on a bit of a sprint. Mobi goes with him. Now that's a beautiful turn and a chance to sprint. Looks for support. It's a good ball to pick out the run there of Lungu, of Zugamanja, who is fouled, but the possession's back with Pirates anyway. Another former Pirates player in this Supersport United side, Terence Zugamanja.
Potential goal scorer, good in terms of aerial battles. Couple of goals that he scored via headers.
In fact, my memory actually serves me well. One of his last contributions in a Pirates shirt was to score a goal. And as Mbogazi, Mbegazeli Mbogazi, playing in only his second start for Pirates. Jose Rivero's also been full of praise for that youngster.
Physically gifted, reads the game quite well, can be aggressive in terms of aerial battles. He's under good guidance alongside Toki. There's a lot to learn. So far, so good for him.
Working it wide, partnering with the more senior Tapelopoki at centre back for Orlando Pirates this afternoon, as one of the changes in defense with the Koki coming back, Marco operating, Marco operating in left back. Of course, not just busy missing out on this one.
Well, they have to rotate the ball because, like I said, there's so much congestion in that field. No space, and it's very tight spaces. So Talent Mbata and Mofokeng have got to try and make things, and you can see how he's operating now. Talente and Mofokeng always fishing between the defense and the midfield. Supersport.
Talent Mbata. Mohangkota. Pirates winless in their last 3 Nedbank Cup matches against Supersport United. The second most successful club, of course, in the history of this competition are Orlando Pirates with 10 titles. Only Chiefs have a better record. In the PSL era, they've got 5 Pirates, of course, most importantly, looking for a 3rd in a row as Paseka Mago there. One of the cohort of players from Limpopo here have been given a start this afternoon. It's from Zebedela, does Paseka Mago. So another player born and raised in Limpopo. There is Josie, another one who's been given an opportunity, boy, and did he grab it. Starting this afternoon is Josie in his making his 6th appearance. Now, back to Ricardo Goss. Opening up here for Moralo to run into. That's a decent little gallop there from Rape Moralo. One of the 4 changes in the Supersport United side is coming to the midfield in place of Brooklyn Bogenpoel. He's a really good player, that Rape Moralo. Keep an eye on him.
The distribution of the ball. Exciting to watch. He's just reading of the game, his anticipation, how he comes things.
In fact, your point about his reading of the game, what he did just then,
yes,
break out of defense, he saw it open up for him, and he played a great pass out wide as well. Great talent. He's been used more off the bench this season by Gavin Hunt. This is only his 4th start of the campaign for Rape Moralo. Tsugamanja spent 3 seasons with the Orlando Pirates. Having signed, these Pirates signed him from Bidvest Wits. Of course, he was signed by Gavin Hunt.
Launched his career. He scored against Orlando Pirates.
Last to play for Pirates in 2023. 20 minutes gone in this quarter-final match of the Nedbank Cup. Orlando Pirates nil, Supersport United nil, Orlando Pirates nil. This is the first of the quarterfinals. As you have a look at Orlando Pirates legend Helman Mkalele next to the Hugo Bruce, the national team coach. Helman Mkalele, who famously, of course, wore the black and white of Orlando Pirates. But he grew up a Kaizer Chiefs fan, interestingly. That's Bumikoza, the Pirates management.
Runs the show.
bumped into him, you wouldn't say he's the boss.
Yeah.
Because I would say, bump into him. Like, we're the grown folks. He's a very deceptive, diminutive man. Tough character, though.
Very.
This is almost the perfect ball there from Rele Mofokeng. Looking to release Mohaungota. Those two have such wonderful telepathy between the two of them. It's great understanding, having played together in the junior ranks.
He's finding his rhythm a little bit, Mufokeng. There's been so much congestion there, and just breaking through that congested Supersport midfield and trying to release in quarter. It's a positive sign that he's beginning to find ways to bypass that congestion.
Throw in it. Goes it to Toki. Back with Toki again. Mofokeng combining with Dion Otto. Gomobi in attendance. With a pair of 3-1 wins to get to the stage of competition. Supersport United were made to sweat in the last 16 when they were taken to extra time by Cape Town Spurs, and they needed a late winner in that one to avoid penalties.
That's the nature of the Nedbank Cup, full of surprises.
That's why they call it the Cup of Dreams. See Pirates edging possession. Nice touch there from Mahopa, setting up in quarter. Came onto his favored left foot, but he couldn't keep it down. Beautiful touch there from Evidence Mahopa, though, to set him up.
Nice link-up play. Look at the run that he makes, gets set up. Nice little back heel there. It's just a question of placement. He went more for power. Hard in front of it.
Very nice touch from Mahopa there to put it in his path.
Nice little back heel there.
Two meetings between the sides, between Pirates and Supersport this season. The most recent in the league match in October. Pirates winning by 2-0. It's a good ball now over the top to chase. Marco misses. The tackle could be problems across the face. Great work there from Waiku.
One, he makes a good run. Two, he wins the physical battle. He does everything right to play the crossface of the goal. Whether he was going for glory, it's something else. But then again, he looks up. I think he was going for glory.
Yeah.
Wasn't intending to set it up for any other teammate because he had already won the battle. Made a good run on that right-hand side.
Was it the right option for you?
That's the right option. You take a gamble.
Yeah.
You take a gamble. Playing it across face of the goal, if it's on target, nothing wrong with that. Didn't have too many options as well in that box.
Well, the best chances of the game have gone to Supersport United. Hoto at the other end, they just couldn't bring the ball under control. I see then it just bounces off his shin into the hands of Ricardo Goss.
He's such a durable player. Not too sure in terms of playing as an outright wing with the shortest distance that he's got to cover because he's got Pasika Marco. I think he becomes better when he's coming deeper from the midfield because he has got a bigger view and time to make those decisions. He's forced to make quick decision makings around those tight areas.
Oh, possession turned over here and a chance for Mahopa. Still Mahopa. Mofokeng straight into the hands of A comedy of errors
Yes.
at the back for Supersport United, and Marupa again. Just a little bit hesitant. Your first chance as a striker is normally your best.
The one positive out of what we've just seen, we say comedy of errors, is the composure of both players that had opportunity. But it's decisiveness and understanding that it becomes a game of seconds when you type inside that box.
That's the signal there is for a corner for Orlando Pirates. Maropa there thought that he had a chance. Look at this again as they try to play at the back,
Too
a mistake.
Too casual. Sets it up, has time. There. He tries something.
Frustration from Bata there
They are
as
all
well.
frustrated because they didn't get it right. Becomes the details that matters most in that kind of area.
Siyabonga Ndebele, the youngster there, caught out. Because these young players will make mistakes. It's been very impressive though. Early on in his Supersport United career, Siyabonga Ndebele whipped into the near post here. Mofoke keeps it alive for Pirates. But it's still on the front foot. What a finish! What a finish! Oh my goodness, of all people!
defender.
It is the young centre back,
Yes.
Begezel Mbogazi. It came to him. He didn't ask for a second invitation, and he takes gratefully the opportunity to score his first goal for the senior team.
We hereby invite it to be in the box. There is potential for you to be gifted something in that box and make use of it. And that's what happens. Set up, and he punishes mistakes. Look at the congestion in that midfield, not convincing to clear their lines. He says, I've taken heed of the invitation, and now it is my turn to celebrate. Good technique as well, because of his slices the ball. If you thought defenders are not skillful,
That is
erase it.
frustration for Ricardo Goss, because that is some really poor defending in front of him. But as
Yes.
he left alone, he had time, control the ball, look up and pick the spot, and struck it beautifully, the big fella.
I was waiting for that word. Struck it beautifully because he slices that ball. Ah, well taken.
Well, the Pirates take the lead, punishing some really poor, more sloppy defending at the back, looking very disorganized at the back at Supersport United, and they've been truly punished. I spoke when they had a chance early on, first minute of the game. Supersport United had a chance to open the scoring. They didn't take it. They've had the better chances of the game. We saw one there for Kweku with Trent flashed across the face of goal. And now, Pirates with their first clear-cut chance, a half chance that fell to a defender, expertly taken, and now Supersport United are chasing the game. Good ball whipped in there by Paletti. And the header though is never in control of the header.
Still an open game. Chances created on both sides. Pirates have taken their chance, courtesy of this man. Great left foot. Slices that ball.
Well, that's going to be a goal he will remember for a long time. There, Begezel Mbogazi, promoted from the reserve side in October last year, having joined the Pirates DDC squad last year. And look at him now, scoring in the quarterfinals of the Nedbank Cup. A former junior under 20 international. This is Mbogazi. Junior international at under 20 level. He was part of COSAFA Cup winning side earlier this year that won the COSAFA Cup the COSAFA under 20 Cup, and they've qualified also for the World Cup, the AFCON, the under 20 AFCON. It's a corner, maybe Supersport with a chance to respond immediately. See whether they can get themselves back on level terms half an hour into the game. I'm sure Gavin Hunt, we haven't spotted him yet. Haven't spotted Kevin Hunt in the ground yet, but wherever he is, he'll be tearing his hair out at the way his team have defended this in this game early on here. There's a man down and the referee stopped play. The Pirates player looks like a head injury, that's why he stopped the play. Is that Mahoba? Back helping out at the back.
Looks like it's him who won the battle. I think that's how he lands. Collided. Look at that.
Got up well.
So well.
Back on his feet is Evidence Maruba. Goal. Restart here with a free kick for Orlando Pirates, who have the lead. And it was Supersport United that had the better of the opportunities. And, but if you don't take your chances at this level, you know the story. You are likely to get punished. Gota's first touch is not the best.
Good intentions, of course. Well switched for him on this left-hand side, or right-hand side.
Oki taking his time here, goes long. Here's the communication there. That looked like a routine catch for the keeper. No communication from Ricardo Goss there, and that's why Nico Mobi wasn't to take chances, Brian Martin, in that situation.
Well, I guess at the same time, and maybe this is me, confidence. He could have brought that ball down. There was no pressure for him. He had ample time. Of course, Ricardo Goss was an option.
Whose call is it in that situation? When you're the centre back, I mean, the goalkeeper could have made it.
The goalkeeper can make that, but it's coming direct to him as well. So as a defender, depends on the level of confidence. Bring it down with your chest.
Now more problems here. Oh, has he left his shooting boots at home? And frustration from the fans as well.
Playing at home. He went for glory, he went for power as opposed to placement. That's where I have a problem with. He just went for power, no placement at all.
Should have gone to the far post there. Across the keeper.
Hard and low.
Evidence Mahopa has had a couple of good opportunities to shoot. He's put it wide.
But you know, that happens with a lot of practice. And I think he needs to have a lot of practice of different dimensions, of directions, of situations.
Good work from Ocon this time to tidy up. Sweeping there as Ngota looked to pounce on that one. Well, it's been a really open game. There've been opportunities at both ends, and it's a Supersport United that have taken full advantage. What are the Pirates that have taken full advantage of some really questionable defending from Supersport United. In fact, the scoreline really could have been a lot worse had Pirates been a bit more clinical. They've stolen possession high up on the field, dispossessing Supersport as they try to play out. Bata looking to set up Mofokeng. Dancing feet of Mofokeng! And Ricardo Goss at full stretch makes the save but puts it behind for a corner.
That's him at his best. There was one similar, except he was in the box, operated on the left-hand side. I think it was against Marquez, where he showed his class and composure and got the shot on target, resulted in a goal. This time around, has forced a corner out of this man, Ricardo Goss. There's still more pressure for Supersport.
More defending to do indeed for Supersport United as they look to avoid going 2 goals down here, but as we approach half-time, and just under 10 minutes to go to the break. Mofokeng with the best ball in. And, Now they clear their lines to Supersport United. And Lose will leave it for Seaport Chain.
Now the structure looks a little bit disjointed on the Supersport side in the midfield to try and deny opportunities for Pirates or dominance in that midfield. We're seeing Ufukeng making inroads, shots on target.
Caro Goss let down, I think you feel, by his defense on more than one occasion this afternoon. Very nervy defending from Supersport United, but they can do something at the other end here. Lungu popping up on this left-hand side. Baliti gets the return ball. Looks to play in Mabuye, but that just gets away from Lewa Mabuye.
Better, bit of patience. Good timing to try and set up this man. Lewa Mabuye. Good to see him back in action.
Yes, Tapelo Togi making his way back after a long injury, starting his third match here in the Nedbank Cup. Had a long injury layoff. Tapelo Togi, only his sixth start, his eighth appearance since returning from that long injury, bad injury. Kept him on the sidelines. Now at the, looking to set up an attack here. Ngota, Baliti with him. That comes away with the ball. Ndlovu cut out by Mahaula. Mohangota sweeping ball there. It's a brilliant one. Finds Paseka Mako. Hoto went for the first time volley. Would have been spectacular if it managed to get that on target, but a good flowing move nonetheless from Orlando Pirates.
Exception. Good switch, played on time, good timing, takes a bit of a deflection, gets into a good area. Not the best volley. Hoto.
Never really in control of that one, leaning back as well as he struck it. And that normally has one outcome as the ball goes flying. But look at the attempts now. Pirates suddenly have raised to 6 attempts on goal, 3 on target, including a goal.
I think the game plan from Supersport was quite good because they started pretty aggressive in the early stages of the first half. And they forced a save out of Super China, but somehow they lost it, they set back, and Pirate regained the confidence and started bossing the ball. And that's where the problem has been so far for Supersport.
Nico Mobi looking for the long one into the box. Corner.
When last did he see that kind of clearance?
I was going to say, wow. Spectacular
Kim
stuff.
Kalangwane says this kick
in the box.
In the box.
Mahoba doing a lot of defensive work here. Give him credit, getting through a lot of defensive work.
Good defensive qualities.
Corner. Baliti again, and then Paris not clearing their lines. Now they can through Bata. Very good. They needed to get his foot on that one, Hape Moralo, to avoid it going through to Nkota.
What happened there? What happened there? As a player in front of him, he's still in control of the situation, but I think he was seconds late.
Yeah, I was very late.
He was very late in coming for that ball.
Got lucky there.
He was very lucky.
Didn't land at the feet of a Supersport United player. Pirates, if you're joining us, having taken the lead in the half hour, the 30th minute. They had a minute after 2 minutes and they last faced Supersport United in October in the league. Mahopa giving them the lead in that one. Before Hoto scored a late one to seal the points. King Gets it, the Martin manages to get the pass to Paseka Mago. Mofokeng. Mahopa. And then it's a good piece of thinking there from Mahopa, but just couldn't get back onto the ball.
Good thing is that they look very sharp in the box, always trying to chase situations and punish the mistakes.
Oh, mistake here, and it could be a chance here for the equalizer. Zugamanja manages to squeeze it in. Scores against his former club. Terence Zugamanja pounces and on a mistake. And just like that, Supersport United are level, and what a time to concede as well. Just before half-time, Zugamanja resists the urge to celebrate against his former club.
Route 1 situation, a situation where the keeper could have. Why does he come out? Number one, why do you come out in that sort of area? You look at the distance, and when you decide to come out, you've got to do something, and he just couldn't. It's a gifted one, but give it to Zugamanja. He does the speed work. But as for China, I don't think he'll be proud of that. There was no need for me.
I thought Zugamanja had messed it up here, but he kept his cool. Credit.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Composure there from Terence Zugamanja. And he gets the equalizer with only his second goal of the season. And Supersport United right back in it. Just like that. A goal out of nothing though. Another mistake, I suppose, there, Brian Mate, is allowing the ball to bounce between the defender and the goalkeeper.
But I'm also saying, did he have to come out?
Yeah.
Where was he going?
Came out a long way. Came out a very long way.
And he was even late because he just bounced in front of him.
So, I think mistakes at the back have accounted for both goals in this game. Poor defending from Supersport United, allowing the Bogazi to open the scoring. And then you just saw there a catalogue of mistakes there in terms of how not to defend in that scenario. As Maungota gets across in, it's away by Ndebele. Only as far as Talent Mbata. We are all square now. Again, Pirates generally have a good record when they've scored first in games this season. They've scored first in 6 matches, and if we can come back to that one, let's have a look at Maungota. Because maximum concentration will be required from both sides here now as halftime approaches. Pirates have scored first on 11 occasions this season in the league, but there's a chance here in Kota, unmarked, sets up the cutback, and Mahopa finally makes good. Again, more indifferent defending by Supersport United, and Mahopa finally takes one.
I think the script has been written for both teams. Commit mistakes and you get punished. Pirates are punishing the second mistake that Supersports are making after Supersport has punished a mistake by Orlando Pirates. The young ones believe Kinako. And that's what happens. Evidence. Mahopa punishes mistake once more by Supersport. Look at this ball. Again. No pressure. Had enough time. Still time for them to clear their lines. Not convincing enough. They get punished. That's similar how they scored their goal Orlando Pirates, because there was no pressure at all. And they get punished for that. After Supersport had punished Pirates' mistake, they're saying, if you commit similar again, we are going to punish you the same way.
Well, Ime Ocon there, not aware of Mahopa behind him. Where was Nico Mobi there? Initially, Ndebele done well. Pirates regained the lead. I was saying, just making the point that this season, Pirates have scored first on 23 occasions, and they've gone on to win 22 of those matches. 12 times they've scored first in the Nedbank in the cup competitions, and they've won 11 of those matches, and they have forced their way back in front again in this one. The referee took his time about making the call there, but he's given the free kick for the challenge by Paseka Marco on Gampani Lungu.
I think we're still going to see more drama.
No doubt about that.
I think we're still going to see more drama. I'm looking at this situation, I'm saying, do you really have to commit such a tackle in that sort of area?
Gosh, it's actually not a... It's a
Why
when you see it
Paseka?
again, it's a bad challenge. Actually.
Stay on your feet. You're safe there. If you decided to commit, make sure that you win it. Imagine if that was in the box.
Paseka Marco might count himself lucky not to get a yellow there, because it was a late challenge. Missed the man, caught the man, missed the ball completely. It's a set piece as the 2 minutes, a minimum 2 minutes is up. This could be the last passage of play for the first half. A chance for Supersport United to draw level again. 3 goals already in this first half. Kweku on the ball there. Baliti with him, he's the left-footed player, and Kweku! Oh, that was not too far, that was not a bad idea. That will be the whistle from Mr. Olani Kwinda for half-time, and what an entertaining first half. Well, entertaining for the fans because you got to see goals, but I don't know that the coaches will have been entertained by some of what they saw out there. Really some at times comical defending from both sides, and well, Pirates have the lead. They could have been even further ahead. Brian Mate, they've been a bit more clinical in punishing them. They've the many mistakes we've seen at the back from Supersport.
Well, we have. I think both teams have been able to punish mistakes, which is a good thing. But as you say, frustrating for coaches because you expect both sets of defense to defend well because of the world of experience they have. Goalkeepers themselves doing better because of the world of experience that they both have. But for Pirates, of course, they've come back to it. They're in the lead. The question is, can they defend their lead in the next 45 minutes?
Well, if this first half was anything to go by, we've had 3 goals in the first half. And this is a game that's been so open that promises to be plenty more entertainment. You don't want to go too far. Half-time in this quarter-final match. It's Supersport United 1, Orlando Pirates 2. The holders Orlando Pirates remain on course for a passage through to the semi-finals of the Nedbank Cup as they look to make a historic third defense third defense, in fact, or it would be a second defense, but 3 titles in a row in the Nedbank Cup as we welcome you back to the Peter Mugaba Stadium here in Opolokwane. After a very open first half, well, 3 goals that were scored, some really sloppy defending from both sides, but there is Kevin Hunt hiding away. He's suspended for this one, so he has to watch from a distance, and I'm sure he has not been happy, Brian Mate, with what he saw in that first half. As we see, there's going to be a change. Supersport United have made a change. I can tell you that. Oratilwe Moloisani, the youngster, has come into, is a player who's been introduced, and I'm going to get your thoughts on that in a moment. Brian Martez, we stand by for kickoff. As in this first of the quarterfinals in the 2024-2025 Nedbank Cup. The draw takes place tomorrow evening, following the last of this. There is a game that has, of course, been already called off. We are back underway. If you're just joining us, Orlando Pirates, of course, in black, Supersport in the red. Pirates attacking the goal to the left of your picture, leading by 2-1, having twice taken the lead in the game. Brian Mate, your thoughts then as we into the second half? Firstly, let me get your thoughts on the change that has been made and what the conversations would have been in the two dressing rooms.
Both coaches would have warned the players about the details of the game in terms of clearing their lines. But again, you've got to take your chances, because this, like I said, becomes a game of details as we see the attack on Supersport on the left-hand side. They want to intensify things on that left-hand side. They want to put pressure on Orlando Pirates. They want to attack that side to where Ndlozi has been operating.
As Supersport to get the first set piece here, punched away by Chain, a bit more convincing this time. When he came out the first half for a couple of occasions, didn't look too convincing when trying to punch the ball away. Just to confirm that Oratilwe Moloisani came on for Gampani Lungu. Lungu we saw getting chopped down just before the break. He was chopped down, but told it's a tactical change that has been made. Bringing in Oratilwe Moloisani, 20-year-old, as Otto looks to get forward. Moloisani is a young striker, promoted from the DDC side in March last year. As for Pirates, no changes at the break, but they had made 4 changes to their starting lineup, to the team that beat Chippa United by a goal to nil last weekend. This young fella here has got his first goal in the senior colors for Orlando Pirates. He's a big man, isn't he? That's Mbegezeli Mbogazi, who hails from a village called Wanibela in Hluhluwe. I was having a chat with Ulu from Fogamlobeli. He knows all these young players from Mediski. He was telling me, this one is from Hluhluwe, in the northern parts of KZN, Mahongota. Space and time here now for the on the ball that comes back to Marco, all the way to Mbogazi. Supersport United have been behind on 14 occasions this season, or they've conceded first on 14 occasions this season, and they've only won 1 match coming from behind, and they could be in here for an equalizer. Great opportunity and great defending. Wonderful recovery defending there from Mahaula, who also has a full goal. And that's what he does there, protecting and helping out in defense and clearing up a mess. More mistakes in defense here. Look at that from Chain.
Durable, reliable, good leadership qualities. Leads by example. Gets a pack on the back.
Give me a tap on the head after you do that.
Yeah.
Disrespecting me. Punched away by Chain. I was saying, Supersport United, the only game they've won this season coming from behind was against Spurs in that Nedbank Cup last 16 match last time out, where they came from behind and then they needed a late winner in extra time to win it, as Ndlozi there It's a piggyback on Mabuye.
You watch this move, the numbers, Pirates. Good defense, they're very solid.
Mabuye was just looking for a gap for a shot there, but excellent recovery from Mahaula. And wonder whether the Pirates are, well, I don't know, they did be considering a changes yet. Nkota loses out to Baliti, who's done well to keep it in play.
It's been a good battle out on that right-hand side with Nkota and Baliti.
The Pirates, of course, on the bench, they still have Tito Maswanganyi if they are looking for attacking options. As for Supersport United, if they need goals, they have got the all-time leading goal scorer in this fixture. It is Bradley Grobler. He's also making a return from injury, Bradley Grobler. They've missed his goals, that's for sure. They struggled to score goals this season of Supersport United. Now, opening up here, Moralo, Kwaiko. Took a deflection, and that's going to be a corner. There's an attempt there from the Ghanaian.
If you're Pirates, you don't take the foot off the pedal at this stage, because the first half, or first 15 minutes of the second half is going to be crucial as we look at Bradley Grobler, of course, the top marksman.
Tulani Hlatshwa, you're doing a bit of coaching there as well. Gavin Hunt sitting up there, sending messages via text. Ball whipped in there near post, met by Mahuba again. He's done his share of defending. He's such an asset as well, defending set pieces. And importantly, he managed to get on the score sheet after missing a couple of great chances in that first half. This is a good spell here for Supersport United.
That is why a collective is important for Orlando Pirates. You've mentioned Evidence Mahopa helping out in defense. That's how crucial this first 15 minutes is going to be for Pirates to consolidate their lead, for Supersport to bounce back.
Wide to Enoch Kweku, Ghanaian wingers, signed from a Togolese club in January this year. Played Champions League for Asco Dekara, the Togolese club from which he played. Now Nkota, no one in the box. Slams on the hammer. King touches it on to Mbata, comes to Mufokeng again. Paseka Marco. Otto. This is the 8th meeting in the Nedbank Cup between these two sides. Supersport United with a slight edge of having won 4. Super Pirates having won 3. Most recent meetings in the Nedbank Cup between the two sides came in the Cup finals in 2016 and 2017. That man with the sunglasses is actually supposed to be working.
I like the head, the zebra head. All dressed up.
Of course, our cameras are also out here in Polokwane, out in Sejiro. They were earlier on for the Diski Challenge. He's giving it away. Kwaiko looking to combine with Nico Movi.
One thing that he hasn't managed to do, which we've become accustomed to make those runs down the right-hand side. He's been forced to focus on defensive duties as opposed to offensive part of his game. Nico Movi.
As much as Supersport have had the better of Pirates in the Nedbank Cup, but in recent meetings, Pirates have beaten in their last 3 meetings against Supersport. And last time Supersport United beat Pirates was in December 2023. Yes, Mufokeng with a cutback here. Mongota is closed down. It was a delightful ball played in and Mufokeng with a cutback for Ngota, but better defense this time. Well, good recovery from the Supersport United defenders. Walking it wide to Hotto.
What happened there?
It's Baliti who's down.
He's holding onto his shoulder.
He slides in. Ooh, takes a knee in the face. Purely accidental there.
Yeah. Deliberate at all.
Yeah, took a knee to the face.
Great run. Okay. Pulls it back.
Great defending from Mobi.
Had to time that one. It's always a risk when you commit a slight tackle in the box that you've got to win the ball. He's happy with that kind of supply. Making those late runs into the box. Okay.
Quarter. There's a man who's coached a number of the players here in the Pirates side, Joseph Tugu Makanya, the DSK Challenge coach. He was out, of course. They were his youngsters were in action. Balitia with a bit of ice to the face there, a cheekbone there. Oh, yeah, that eye looks like it's swelling up rapidly. No, they don't want to lose him there. He's a good asset at the back there, especially, and he also offers you something going forward, does Baliti. The Pirates reserves players will be participating in the Diski tournament tomorrow. They're in action tomorrow. Earlier on there were matches played out at the Sashevo Stadium. Supersport United's Diski side beat Polokwane City 3-1 earlier today. But the big boys, the seniors here, are trailing. They are the Diski Challenge players. The bigger boys are behind in this one, but definitely not out yet. They're down, but not out in this one. Such has been the way this game has ebbed and flowed. There's been chances at both sides. And they've made a positive start to the second half of Supersport United.
Well, we've got to give credit to PSL, the initiative, of course. There's DSTV that's involved.
Decent. Oh! I just passed that left and up right. No one was attacking it though.
But then it's a warning sign for Orlando Pirates. Look at this. The marking, not so organized at all. It's a late run on the far side. So much ball watching.
And the Pirates playing in their 16th quarterfinal of the Nedbank Cup in the PSL era. And they've won 9 of their previous 15 appearances in the quarterfinals, as the referee flashes his first card of the game, and it's gone to Sipho Chain. First caution of the game. It's a game that has flowed for the most part. It's been a clean game. Pirates are preparing to make a double change. Pirates looking to reach the semi-finals for a 10th time in the PSL era. There's Tito Maswangangi, the crowd favorite, and Dino van Rooyen, who missed the match as well. Again, he also missed the match against Chippa. He will be also checking in a double change. We'll get Ryan Matez Chimes' thoughts on what the coach might be looking to change.
On someone to liven up the game, take control of that midfield. They've been playing in patches for the second half for the Pirates. Of course, that role Fukeng had to play it.
Supersport United also looking to reach the quarterfinals. What will be their 8th time? Or at least, yeah, they will make it to the semi-finals rather for an 8th time if we can get past here. Pirates.
It's been that second half that has got too many stop-starts. Hasn't been as free-flowing as it was in the first half, with so many chances created.
It's only the 3rd time that Supersport United have made it to the quarterfinals since they last won the tournament in 2017 when they last won the cup. Yes, here we go. We're going to see the great Bradley Grobler. Well, still sporting some plastering. He did have a facial injury. That's the reason why he's been out. These are the goals, and Brian Mate, talk us through these.
I mean, these are the errors. First rule is that you don't head the ball down. When you're defending in your box, you head it up so that you can have time to recover. It was gifted opportunity for Orlando Pirates, and they needed to respond. I mean, look at this clinical finishing. But again, it's mistakes that Pirates have been punishing. So far, so good.
Evidence Mahopa amongst the goals. He would feel that he should have had more than the one that he has contributed so far in the game. And Supersport are going to make a double change of their own. Here's an outrageous stat. Now, all of Pirates' 7 goals before Mahopa's goal had been scored via left boot. Terence Tsugamanja also scored via with his left foot. He had to scramble the ball into the net to equalize. Now, referee Quinda in conversation here. So Hugo Bruch looks on. Of course, got an international break coming up. Bafana Bafana, by the way, will be playing their next match at this ground. Or at least not this one, but in Polokwane. May not be this one. It might. Don't know whether the stadium or the pitch across the road will be ready in time. But it is World Cup qualifier coming up. Now getting excited with the imminent introduction of to Maswangangi. Double change also for Supersport, as I mentioned. Bradley Grobler being one of those players who will be introduced in a moment. Was on the bench for the 0-0 draw against Amazulu was Bradley Grobler, and they came off the bench.
Looks that like was they're having a problem with the substitution board. They're taking time.
Our 4th official is Cedric Mubari, having problems with the tech. All right, so Bradley Grobler will replace Pesihle Ndlovu, and comes on for only his second appearance since December. Bradley Grobler, and Baliti is the player we hear will go off. You can see he's still got a bandage over his stitching. They got a bad facial injury with Bradley Grobler, and now Rapo has replaced Baliti. Right, so the addition of Bradley Grobler to support Tsugamanja up front, Brian Mate, showing that they know they have to chase the equalizer now.
Well, they've got to be brave. got to be intentional in terms of their intentions here, because Bradley Grolba, always a potential goal scorer, but for a player that has just come back from an injury, he's got to try and pace himself.
Oh, well, he's making a timely return ready for Gavin Hunter. Space things will be sacrificed from the midfield to make way for Bradley Grobler. Now, space opening up here. And now you can see what the young fellow Moloisani was trying to do there. I'm not sure if it was on, and I don't think Bradley Grobler was looking for something else from Oratilwe Moloisani.
First things first, you don't play that high. Mid-tempo, that's more like it.
But here is the cramping. Will it maybe force a different option, a change from the bench? Telling them, but no, it's not. It doesn't look like a cramp, but it looks like an injury, maybe to the ankle or something. Yep.
I see they're tending to the right hand foot. It could be you're right, it's the ankle.
All right, so we believe that it's Patrick Maswanganyi is going to come on, and the player who will be going off is Ndlozi, will be replaced by Dino van Rooyen. Siyabonga Ndlozi is going to make way for Dino van Rooyen, and Talendem Bata is stretchered off. I think you can see the referee's assistant wants to sort out the board. What we were hearing is the other player was supposed to go off, and the play continues, and the subs will have to wait a bit. He's tidying up at the back there. For Supersport is Ndebele, playing at centre back today. Very young defender, very versatile. Now, .22 minutes to play, still a long way to go yet. If Supersport United want to try and force this game into extra time or possibly even turn it around, they needed extra time last time out against Spurs of the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Kwaiko looking to, and the free kick goes against him.
That's good recovery by Seka Marco up against Kwaiko. Supersport, of course, are going to try and put Pirates under pressure in these early stages of the second half.
So there goes the change then. Ndlozi is going to make way for Dino van Rooyen, which is a straight swap, Brian Mate. And Talendem Bata has gone off, already. When we see Goodman Mosele has now also been called on. Talent Mbata will not be coming back. So off goes Ndlozi to be replaced by Dino van Rooyen. Goodman Mosele also making a return to the starting lineup, or at least to the team. Made a return against Cape Town City, scored with virtually his first touch of a game in the league. And Ndlozi there. Another good outing for the player who played the DDC for Arrows, Ndlozi, and for TS Galaxy, which is where Pirates plucked him from. So there is Mosele on for Talent Mbata.
It's more like for like in that midfield for Mosele. I think the inclusion of Tito Maswanganyi frees up some more space for Ufukeng to set more forward.
Maswanganyi replaced Ngota, who didn't have his best game. As a shot! Flashes across there, just the far post. The keeper seemed to have it covered as Moloi Sani had a crack. Still looking for his first in senior colours.
Well, he accepted the invitation. We're backpedaling, ball watching at the time. Had time on the ball, just couldn't get it on target.
It's just a recent addition to the first team. One day excited about, well, added to the first team last season, but this is only his 6th appearance for the senior team. Space down the right hand side for Van Rooyen. Touch there from Mabuye to take it away from Mufokeng. Mbogazi, just 19 years old.
Physically imposing,
yeah.
Confident as well, good touches, brave.
He's a big 19-year-old. Ime Okon, speaking of big boys, big 21-year-old. It's an offside flag up here against Bradley Grobler, the all-time leading scorer in this fixture. That's Bradley Grobler against Pirates, 9 goals.
Good call.
And he's also Supersport United's all-time leading scorer in this competition, in this tournament, in this Nedbank Cup. And he's chasing records is Bradley Grobler in the PSL. He's 9 goals, I think 11 goals behind Peter Shalulile in the all-time PSL goal scorers. Peter Shalulile is now only 3 goals behind Siyabonga Nomvete's all-time record of 129 goals in the PSL. Nice touch there from Maswanganyi. Crowd enjoyed it. It didn't manage to get it through to Hoto. It's good work from Bagazi, but he's lost out. Moralo, or Okweku rather, looking for the reverse pass. Looking to disguise his pass there, Kweko. Seeing flashes here of what he's got to offer, this Kweko Brand Mate.
He's got good touches,
yeah.
And I think he gets himself into good positions. Just a question of believing in himself and getting support from the team. But he's got the football brain. Is it that time? Tito is there. Fun is about to start.
Nico Mobi playing it with Moral. So for Kweko. much there from Paseka Marcos. Likewise from Evidence Mahopa. Sometimes gets a lot of stick from fans, but doesn't get nearly enough credit for what he does, what he offers you that is not, doesn't catch the eye.
Yeah, it's not easy for the naked eye to look at the amount of ground that he covers.
He's a grafter.
He's a real grafter. That's defending in the front. That's a bit of wrestling. Yeah.
Kick goes against Bradley Grobler.
This is what happens. Battle of two. That young man is very strong.
Not intimidated by the
not
vastly more experienced Bradley Grobler, 37 years old, is 20. Well, the youngster is 19 years old. He's almost 20 years older than Bradley Grobler. Is almost 20 years older than Mbogazi.
And the young man is not willing to read the records of this man. He's saying, I have a name to make for myself. I've got a goal to show for it, but now I have to display my defensive qualities.
Otto. And Miko Mobi goes down. Maswanganyi looking to turn it on there, trying the fancy pass and loses possession. He could be punished here as Mabuye plays this right on. Mabuye runs into trouble. Disappointing because it all opened up in front of him.
Well, it also bails out Maswanganyi. That's offside.
It does. That was unnecessary from Maswanganyi there to give away possession like that.
Didn't time that one.
Now, what's the signal there? It's a corner. Osaka Mapo not impressed with the call, but it's a corner. As Kweko.
I think he's got a case. But hey, the assistance is much nearer the edge.
Opportunity from a set piece here for Supersport United. Still only one goal in it. Goes to the near post. Supersport not clearing their lines here. Pirates not clearing their lines, and then a wild hack at it. And then an inquest going on in the Pirates box there between defenders and goalkeeper. They knew that was chaotic defending again.
Shiny. Looks like he's in command. Watch this. Comes out.
Gets in the way there was but look at him. But defending like a centre back, and then everybody now having a goal. Yeah. I'm not sure who was at fault there, but that's keeper's area. Keeper should be commanding.
You've got to dominate. You've got to be very vocal.
He's got to say, keeper, let them get out of the way. But the mix-up there again, not for the first time. But it's not looking altogether convincing defending that set piece. But again, Mahopa there doing so much work at the back. Now it's opened up here for Pirates as Van Rooyen looks to get forward. Pirates are going to make another change. London Pirates have not lost a match in the Nedbank Cup since they lost to Marumo Gallants in March 2022. That's of course because they've won it back to back, so they've been very dominant in this Nedbank Cup in the last 2 seasons, and looking to go for another semi-final. Yeah, Gomobi, but the flag was up anyway against the overlapping Paseka Mago. Yep. It's a good call from the near side, the far side assistant, Atutolo Matela. And don't forget, there is another there is another match coming up. We're supposed to have three of the quarterfinals played today, but we're only going to have two. Kaizer Chiefs will be up next on your screens with against Chippa, and the Sundowns match had to be postponed. Beg your pardon, Stellies is the opponent for Kaizer Chiefs. Out down in PE. So we're not happy about having to play their game there. And Mamelodi Sundowns against Kukune will be rescheduled. And Chain just taking evasive action there. He's not opting to catch the ball. 10 minutes remaining. Supersport United making their last two changes here. Madiele Pule is going to come on against his own former club here. Saile scored in the last 32 match. And Estin Pule, of course, both players were on the score sheet in that win over Magesi. Christian Saile, the former Kaizer Chiefs man, and comes on for his 10th appearance in a Supersport shirt. Terence Rugamanja done his job, having scored the equalizer. Now makes way. He's made way now.
I think we have two teams that are not bossing the ball. Pirates, of course, they've got their lead to defend. Supersport playing in patches. And there's been so many stop-starts. It hasn't been free-flowing.
Yeah, no, the second half hasn't been quite as free-flowing and as open as that first half was, which maybe is a good thing for the coaches. They did not enjoy the chaos of that first half. Stellies Kaizer Chiefs kicks off at the 6 o'clock kickoff there. And then, well, what was to be the last of the quarterfinal matches will be played tomorrow. But as far as I understand it, the draw will still happen for the semi-finals following tomorrow's quarterfinal match. Pirates now looking to try and bring this home. Pirates making a double change of their own. Double change. And this looks like one to consolidate and try and protect this lead here with Maena and Shandu about to be introduced.
Good defense once more by this young man, Mbegazeli Bogas. Remember the name. He's got a goal to show for it.
Madiele Pule, can he come up with a goal? Of course, he scored on debut against Pirates in the MTN 8. He scored on debut for Supersport against the Pirates. Can he come back and haunt his former club here? So one goes to the near post, and that's a goal kick.
good to see him back in the field. Bradley Grobler. Always wish him well in terms of injuries. You know what he's capable of doing.
Not in a hurry. Not in a hurry to get this ball back into play. Sipo Chain. These Pirates are looking good here for yet another semi-finals appearance. The holders, the three-peat, still on course. Well, our goal scorer is coming off, but I think this also gives an opportunity for him to get a big cheer from the crowd, because he's had a fine game, not just the goal, but defensively he's also put in a shift. Mbegezeli Mbogazi, don't forget that name.
Quality. Like you're saying, he's got a super goal. His defensive qualities as well, exceptional. Is it Mvuke coming off?
Fine display from the 19-year-old. Bandile Shandu checks in, and Rile Mofokeng is the player that makes way. Quiet day at the office for him. Innocent Maela, the club captain, has also come on, of course. And at the back there, taking over from the youngster. What a fine effort there from Mbegezeli. Supersport United running out of time here. Pule. And look at who's back defending at left back.
It's him.
Mahoba.
Leading the front line, helping out in defense. Good work ethic.
Incredible. And I think this is another reason why he's also a favorite of Hugo Bruce, the Bafana coach, who is in the stands here, sitting up in the stands, taking notes. For Bafana is the next international.
It's a corner that it's going to be an in-swing, maybe an out-swing, because good shot.
Now ball whipped in here, and was it a defensive header, or in fact that's just from Bradley Grobler was attacking it, looking to score what would be his 10th goal against Orlando Pirates.
Guess who was in the mist? Evidence
Mahoba, the defender. There is Bradley Grobler, who's 9 goals in, well, he scored in 7 matches. So those goals came in 7 matches, 7 previous matches against Pirates. But so far for Bradley Grobler this season, only 2 goals in all competitions. This is his first appearance in this season's Nedbank Cup. Andre Aaron says there's about to be back-to-back defeats. And they're about to bow out at the quarterfinal stage. As I said, only the 3rd time they've made the quarters, Supersport United, since they won the competition. Sipo Chain restored to the starting lineup. They bowed out in the quarterfinals last season at Supersport United. They are now just over a minute, and whatever additions will be added by the referee. That's how far they are from bowing out again at the quarterfinal stage. We are hearing we'll have a minimum of 5 minutes added at the end. At the end of 90, we'll have a minimum of 5 minutes. These Pirates won't even need Tsegofatso Mabasa this afternoon. A man who's top of the pile in terms of their goals this season.
He's been in fine form.
Got a hat-trick, of course, the last time out. 4 goals for him in the Nedbank Cup, 8 goals in all competitions as Sipho Chain gets down to make it, just to keep it up one. Was going wide anyway.
He's quite capable. Still sharp. Cuts inside. Grass cutter. Well taken shot. Good save by Chain.
And there's this long wait for a Nedbank Cup win over Supersport United is about to end for Orlando Pirates.
Five minutes, plenty of time for 2 more goals.
That would be disaster really if Pirates were to let this one go at so late in the game. Just protect their lead. Pirates coming into this one, of course, off the back of in their last 5 matches they've won 3, lost 2. Beat Chippa last time out after a disappointing loss against Marumo Gallants, a shock loss. So Pirates, of course, are still in it for the treble of trophies this season in the domestically, and of course still in the Champions League, even though you've got to say that the league is slipping further and further away as Sundowns build on the lead. Muralo, great feet there! Oh, what a goal! That is spectacular! Beautiful individual brilliance from Gape Muralo. Oh, beautiful goal!
What did you say when I was saying there's still more time?
It is a disaster.
It is, but that's the nature of the Nedbank Cup. But that's the nature of football. It depends on how much you want it. How hungry are you? There's possibilities of a team that's leading for such a long time to have lapses and perhaps complacency in the approach. But give it to this man.
We spoke about this young fella in the first half, about the talent that the boy has. Have a look at this.
The amount of time that he gets. He gets into the right space. He knew he had some work to do. He had 1 or 2 players to bypass. It made it look so easy. Oh. Look at how he shuffles those feet. And he takes it so well. It is a thing of beauty. Individual brilliance in the box when defenders are panicking. He was calm and clinical.
Brilliant stuff. What a goal, and how important a goal is that. Gape Muralo. Oh, the dancing feet of Gape Muralo have brought Supersport United back into this game again. They've come from behind once again, and we still have a minimum of 2 minutes to play. They've already been to extra time in this tournament of this season's competition. Have Supersport United, and again it took a late goal to win it in that one. Well, in this time around, a late goal keeps them alive. Gape Muralo with his first goal of the season. He's only got 1 other goal for Supersport. Well, he got 1 goal in the last campaign. But what a massive goal that is. When Pirates were seemingly coasting to victory. It's not over yet, because here's Maswanganyi. He's going to need to produce a bit of magic here as Van Rooyen looks to cut something back.
Now we have the game. There's 2 minutes to go. Of course, possibilities of extra time.
Corner. Chance for Pirates to strike from a set piece. Away by Ocon. Pirates still have it. Going deep here, and just Maela couldn't control the header. Now Pirates must do it all again, but it looks as if we are going to extra time in this one. So I mentioned earlier in the game that Supersport, their powers of recovery this season have not been great. They have, whenever they've conceded first, they have not shown great powers of recovery, only winning one match, and that came in the last round of this competition. Well, they have kept themselves alive here at Supersport United as Mr. Olani Kwinda blows the whistle to end 90 minutes of this one. As late drama brings Masasanta back into it. And we will have at least half an hour of football to be played here. Brian Mate, as let's confirm it for you after 90 minutes. It is finished. Supersport United 2, Orlando Pirates 2. Extra time to follow. And if needs be, we'll have penalties. So then, Brian Mate, how does it, the momentum obviously will always be with the team that just gets that late equalizer. What does that do for the team that gets a late equalizer, and what is the mentality now from a Pirates point of view?
Well, let's start with a team that has just equalized. They're starting to believe that they can do that. They scored late. It says a lot in terms of the character. It says a lot in terms of they believe in themselves. And sometimes it takes moment of brilliance, and they manage to get that goal. For Pirates, of course, they've conceded. They bounced back, and they made sure that they get all the important goals. They needed to defend their lead. Not convincing. They got punished, but they punished mistakes, both teams. But sometimes it takes moment of brilliance. And I think that's what happened now. So the coaches will try and calm them down in terms of Pirates to say, you can do it. We've done it before. We're capable for Supersport. They're looking at the world of possibilities.
Jape Moralo's brilliance late on. He's had a good game actually, but that was a piece of individual brilliance. Jape Moralo with only his second goal for Supersport United. Managed one goal last season. But God, oh goodness me, will he ever score a more important one? Or has he ever? That will probably be by far, obviously, in the context of a game. That's a massive goal. There he is. So, and looking, of course, now as we go into extra time, it means that both sides can make an additional change. They can make a sixth change. Supersport had made their 5 changes, and as had Pirates have also made 5 changes. But now that we're going into extra time, they get another live. So we will have 15 minutes of extra time both ways. Pirates in the quarterfinals recently have only needed to go into a penalty situation once before, but we're still some way yet from talking about that. Last time they were pushed all the way in a quarterfinal was 2 seasons ago when they played Dondal Stars in the quarters. They won that one on penalties.
That could be.
And by the way, that match was played across the road at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. And they've played all their cards, most of their cards for both coaches. And we'll have to see how the additional period of 30 minutes plays out. Olani Kwinda was in charge of the league match between these two sides in October when Pirates beat Supersport United by 2-0 at the Orlando Stadium. So often you see, well, and also of course it's been a hot day, but not as hot as it can get here in Polokwane. Temperature around 27 degrees, and fitness will also be tested now with an additional period of 30 minutes that's to be played. But they have thrown in their fresher legs, late changes on both sides. Some words there from Mabasa, who will maybe might still play a part yet, Brian Mate, if they opt to use that sixth change.
Well, it's possible. I think you've got to be aggressive. Orlando Pirates, you've seen how Supersport have made their changes. They're very intentional in terms of what they did. They managed to get that goal, even though it's a moment of brilliance. But the inclusion of Saile just shows the intention. And now that I think psychologically they have the upper hand, having equalized late into the second half.
Well, Makihleni Maghaula is gone off. So they have made a change, and it's Ndaba Itetwa. So they are playing their last card, and it's not going to be the striker Mabasa. It's Ndaba Itetwa, Philip Ndlondlo. And immediately the little man gets a touch. What are your thoughts then on that change? The defensive Maghaula for the more creative Ndlondlo.
Well, they've got to be able to do that. I think at this stage they're aware that Supersport will have a go at them, and with attack there's loopholes that the Pirates can exploit in that midfield. They've got to try and still engage Evidence Makgopa.
And Ndlondlo, who's been a bit player this season and making only his 6th appearance of the campaign. Can he be the difference maker? He's certainly a player with the ability to unlock a defense, can smack a ball from range as well. He has been a winner in this competition because, of course, in the past has scored a winner in his days at TTM. He scored the winning goal in that cup final. Dion Hotto's been a very quiet game by his standards. Hasn't influenced the game as we've been accustomed to seeing from Dion Hotto. Yes, Saile. He's got Maela for company, and now also coming here to help out was Mako, and gets the free kick. So looks as if Maela is just done a straight swap there with Mbogazi. He's playing as a centre back, and Mako continues at left back.
Brought in experience, leadership. That's what they need, Pirates. I think they're under pressure now. Being considered late.
See that you would think that it's Supersport who will have the wind in their tails, having scored the late goal. And of the 7 previous Nedbank Cup meetings between these two sides, 5 have been decided in open play. Only 2 have gone to penalties, with each team winning once penalties. Supersport have 3 wins in open play, and Pirates were 1. Well, the Pirates 2 in open play, and 1 in penalties. Supersport have twice beaten Pirates on penalties. Not certain yet whether we'll need penalties in this one. The 6 times that they recently, in games between these two sides, have gone into extra time, 5 of them have gone to penalties. Muloisane teasing Oki's done well. Great center of gravity, low center of gravity allows him to bounce straight up.
Dropping the tempo a little bit of Orlando Pirates is to try and regroup and get some rhythm going on. They're up against a team who are snipers. I mean, if you look at how they scored, that equalizer, quick thinking, sharpness, clinical finish. Let's reset. Let's start all over again.
Last time Pirates beat Supersport United in the Nedbank Cup was in 2009, in a 2008-2009 season in a first round match, a last 32 match. They won it by 2-0. So Supersport have had their number in this competition. The second quarterfinal meeting between the two sides, and of the 5 times that they've met in a round before the actual final, the winning side has gone on to reach the final. So that's an omen. Supersport would love to get past this stage because, as I said, it would put something to talk about and something to shout about from what's been a very disappointing season for Supersport United. 3-time Premier League winners now. Bradley Grobler pulls the trigger, but not enough to test, not enough power to test the chain from there.
It comes natural for him. Already had made up his mind. You look at his positioning, controls it with his left, takes it with his right foot. Decisive. He had already scanned, you know, what was happening around him.
This is skipper Maela, the club captain, took over the armband from Toki. So, Porto will get the throw in. Just gets away from him. Imo Ocon is brought down. Zondo, they was mentioning that as he looks down Mamuye. Zondo hasn't scored in the Nedbank Cup since that winning goal that he scored for TTM in 2022. Remains, that's his last goal in the Nedbank Cup. So we've got 2 Nedbank Cup goals. Zondo. Again, concentration, maximum concentration will be required in this period of extra time. We don't want more mistakes given away. I think at least the 3 goals that we saw, 3 of the 4 goals that we saw, we can put down to mistakes, defensive mistakes. Then the 4th piece of individual magic from Hape Moralo. Great ball to pick out Muloisane, and he controls it beautifully now. To take on Van Rooyen, they overruns the ball.
There's no more Kaula, so we've got to try and have someone that pulls the strings. Kera is one of those players. He's got the support of Ndongo. Can they do it? Can they conjure something up? Hoto, there's possibilities of a goal in him if he gets the supply.
finish here is Ricardo Goss. This is good running from Kwaku. Just runs into trouble to a black wall. Maswanganyi to come alive since coming on. Maswanganyi now does come to him. Great ball to pick up Van Rooyen. The save there from Goss. And just on the follow-up there, Makopa unable to get there. Two defenders pounced on him, Mobi and Ocon.
That's a good move. Orlando Pirates switch from the left-hand side onto the right-hand side. Van Rooyen getting more involved.
Taking a look at it again. Swanganye with a great ball to pick out Van Rooyen.
He took it well. Good save by Goss. Desperate defending in the end.
I think Goss actually needed to get a hand on
Needed
that. It
to
was
do that.
goal-bound.
He definitely needed to do that. I've got to give credit to his defense as well. They're not sensing the danger. They stopped the Pirates player who's affected, the Supersport player who's out injured with cramping.
There's two players that went down there. There's Nico Mobi and Ino Ocon. Dino Van Rooyen there. He's only got one goal since joining Orlando Pirates. Was pretty close there. Another player, of course, that was mixed up in was caught up in that sandwich, the meat in the sandwich, the Supersport United sandwich was evidence for but great last-ditch defending to keep Makuba out as he was chasing that rebound.
Looks like he's okay.
Yeah. They'll have a corner to defend here. Well, Supersport United. Dionoto has come across to take it. And it was from a set piece that they conceded the opening goal. Ball to near post, well defended.
There's a bit of caution on the Orlando Pirates side when I look at that corner. They didn't bring in heavy number of players in an attempt to get a third goal. Calculative in terms of doing it.
Otto. Switch it up there. Smack that one first time as Imo Ocon looked to hold off a charging Mobi there. Mobi Maropa. Time and space here now for Moralo. There we got the equalizer.
That's a very special goal for him. Corrects his item in terms of the composure, the skill factor, and the fact that it became a game of seconds once he get into that box.
As I said, also the context of the game for him to produce something like that. It just shows you also how he backs himself as a player, a player with a lot of confidence.
Well, coaches will always say that someone needs to take responsibility. And he definitely did that.
Pule has done well to steal it back and goes down. There's Mariela Pule, who turns 33 on Monday. And he is winning possession back to Supersport United. Pule celebrates his 33rd birthday on Monday. Hoping he can have an early birthday present here with a victory. Moralo plays it back to Ndebele. That ball popping up out the left hand back there. Muluisani. Oratilwe. as there does relate momentarily as Van Rooyen wins possession. So Lonzo gets a touch up. It's the call there from the referee. The referee given here as though there was a flag up for offside.
It's advantage Supersport.
15 minutes nearly up. First, not much has happened in this first period of extra time. A lot of urgency out there from either side for that matter.
Even those that just come on as subs. You've got to calculate your moves. I believe there can be a sniper somewhere. But that's the drama of the Nedbank Cup. We've seen goals scored almost at the end of the game. He's won for game.
The last nine editions of the Nedbank Cup, Pirates have progressed. Have only failed to progress past the quarterfinals on 2 occasions. It was in 2010 and in 2021 as a snapshot. Goes wide of goal there. Supersport considering maybe playing that last change. Tulani Hlatshwayo might get a run here. And of course, I'm sure the coaches would have already given some thought as well to who will take the penalties if that's where it goes.
And that becomes a different ball game. Penalties. Pressure.
Then it's anyone's game then. Good pressure here, Saile holds it up and the side, no, just wanted too many touches. Marco recovers. That was a chance, up chance there for Saile, but I think he wanted too many touches.
And you can't. When you are in that box, yes, I understand maybe he wanted to become much more clinical and set it up for himself. But question marks when it comes to Pirates defense.
Yeah. So calm there, Marco. But Saile there, I would have thought he would strike it there.
Take a shot with your right foot. You can't get a second change there because the defenders will regroup and Paseka Marco recovered.
It's an old South African disease there that has clearly infected the Congolese Saile, wanting to be the player twice. So after the first 15 minutes of extra time, they're still locked at 2-2. And this one continues then. Still none the wiser for who will be the first name, the first team into the draw for the semi-finals. Tomorrow night's draw for the semi-finals. Right, Mate, your thoughts on that first 15 minutes?
I think it was played in patches. Both teams not clinical, not controlling the ball, not owning it. At the same time, you can understand some tired legs out there, but sometimes it takes moment of brilliance, and Supersport almost had that. And this man is yet to register his presence. Maswangani.
Well, when the draw does happen tomorrow, there will be 5 names as opposed to 4 in the draw for the semi-finals, because the third of our 4 fixtures will not be played tonight. We've got the announcement, no confirmation yet. We're still awaiting word as to when that match between Sekhukhune United Mamelodi Sundowns and Skupuna United will take place at quarterfinal. That was scheduled for Lucas Masterpieces Moribe Stadium for this evening, but scheduling mix-up. There is another national team under 7 playing a qualifying match at that same venue as we are back underway then for the second period of extra time. Yeah, it's a Supersport in red that get us back underway. If you're joining us, if you're only just joining us, the match ended. They were locked at 2-2 after 90 minutes. A late equalizer scored by Hape Moralo in stoppage time, the 93rd minute. And he scored the game that has brought us into this period of extra time. Mosele, John Maswanganye, can he produce a little bit of magic? That's a great pass, but offside up against Bandile Shandu. Was just offside.
Great pass, as you say. Shandu in anticipation. Tried to hold it, but pulled off Ailey.
Scored now. Scored back-to-back matches now against Supersport. He scored in the league match as well in October. Raponing it back to Ndebele. His nervous moments in that first half. Some mistakes that led to prove costly. Really proved costly. Got away with a few there. Now it's opening up here for Saile again! He puts it wide. Pule is just saying pass. Pule was saying I was there. But he saw his name in lights.
Two things. One, he times his run so well. He does what any striker would do when he gets into the box. He takes a shot. Perhaps one extra touch, uses his strength to protect it up against Marco, and he takes a shot. Nothing wrong for me in terms of what he's done.
Great pass to release him there by Nico Mobi.
I think for the first time I see a team that understands how he should play. Put it in front of him, not get him to get involved in little 1-2s. That's not his strength.
Shoved off the ball by Nzondo. Marco getting forward more and more in the stages of this game, yes. And, shows too much of it that to Ricardo Cos. Now it's going to run away there. Too much on that one for looking for Mutloisani to chase. Fouled. Supersport are going to use that. There is Jose Rivero. Pirates have only lost 3 cup matches under Jose Rivero. He's got an incredible record in cup matches. Chasing another trophy here, Jose Rivero. Now, Bradley Probla. And just couldn't control the ball, showing a little bit of ring rustiness, I guess. Been out for a while, only starting to get back into it. There's Maswangangi now. Porto. Loose pass there, allows Supersport to come away with it. Bule muscled off the ball. Referee waves play on. I was talking about Rivero's run in the cup competitions. He's unbeaten in the Nedbank Cup. He's won 12 matches. They've played 12 matches under Jose Rivero in the Nedbank Cup. And they've yet to lose one, Orlando Pirates.
He's enjoyed that. Famous words, they're cooking. Famous words. Give him his roses.
He is now Pirates' most successful coach in the Nedbank Cup in terms of matches won. Supersport then are going to bring on Eric Mbango Sum, who is a defensive-minded player, defender. And they are bringing off Jape Moralo, who I guess maybe is run out of gas. But I guess Mbango Sum will be deployed in a defensive midfield role. Brian Martin?
Yeah, they've got to do that because I think Pirates are beginning to dominate that midfield. Since they have made the substitutions in Dondo alongside Maswangani, they want to stabilize that midfield. They are aware of Pirates and is led also by Musele in that midfield.
And then the fella there, Moralo, has earned his rest, put in a really good performance this afternoon. Out for a Pirates throw in.
I think he's found a coach or technical team that understands him, that in the passing the ball he doesn't have to do much. Got to try and set it up for him just to face the target and the goals.
No, there's, as I said, not much urgency in the game here.
No,
Seems as if they're resigned to penalties. Now, Otto maybe has other ideas! And the keeper had the near post covered. Good work again from Ricardo Goss, who's made a couple of great saves in this game. Ricardo Goss, and a few important saves.
Do you recognize that?
Look who's amongst the fans there, like him starting. Look at this run. That was a great run from John Otto, combining there with Mahopa.
Superb run. I thought he would have played it onto the far side, but chose to play it on the stronger side of the goalkeeper course.
Goss was also expecting him to go across him, so he was almost wrong-footed there. Another corner. Another corner. Now, and Bangosu confirming that change, replacing Moralo. As that giving it away there as Ule, as Zonto gets underneath that one. Man who has scored a long-range shot to win a game, a cup final in his TTM days.
He has, and he's got that technique. Perhaps rush this one. It's inviting for him. It comes with confidence as well. Goss looks like he's cramping.
He's had a good game, Ricardo Goss. He's made some big saves. 5 minutes of extra time remaining, and 5 minutes away from a penalty shootout to decide this first quarterfinal of 2024-25 Nedbank Cup. When we are going to get into the lottery of penalties. Now, maybe Otto can steal it late on here. What a save from Ricardo Goss.
It's still on.
Oh, Ricardo Goss for putting up his hand late on here for a Man of the Match award. He's made a couple of very important saves, both to deny Otto.
Point blank shot. What is happening?
Now,
is he calling for a corner? What is happening?
I think a corner has been given here.
Yeah, a corner has been given.
Corner has been given. Well, not sure. Okay, Ricardo Goss made the save, of course. Oh, nice little flick there from Marupa. Musele scored a late winner recently. Pirates against Cape Town City, and Gonzo tries something from range. No power, and the keeper allowing the keeper to shine yet again.
It was on target, good positioning. Didn't have any pressure. This is Hoto. That's the shot. Was that ball out? It's difficult to see if that ball was out, but of course, if you put it up, giving the corner.
With the goal attempt, 17-13. Very close, 7-6. There's a count as the cross comes in. Oh, missed it there by the diving head of Maela. Now to the back post. Chain plucks it out the air.
I'm not too sure in terms of your collection. You know about the song Motijonjiman? I always look forward to those kind of moments. Hit and run.
Dion Otto coming alive late on in the game here. I was saying a little bit earlier, is by his high standards, he hasn't really had that much of an impact on the game, but just in the last 10 minutes, he was asking a few questions there, Dion Otto. Not interested in allowing this one to go to extra time, or at least to penalties.
His level of fitness is amazing. You should listen to the coach talk about him. Does he ever get tired? Covers so much ground.
Minimum 2 minutes to be added at the end of 120. Now, Robla. We would have wanted him in the box, but still Robla. Well, from the cross there wasn't the best. And Oba tracking back. My goodness. He has worked his socks off. He's going to sleep well tonight.
Eyes mouth first.
Into the last minute of the 30 added on minutes. Last minute of 120. Still these two sides can't be separated. Maboye. There were Maboye bursting into the box. Whoa. Across the field. space there, needed someone to apply a touch. Great run from Dewamabwe.
Solid. Confident. Protects the ball. Just needed someone to get to the end of that one. He takes a deflection. One of his teammates as well, I think, is Brady Robler.
Throwing for Pirates. Sunny overrun the ball. Minimum 2 minutes more. 2 more minutes to try and see if we can find the winner here. Maswangangi. Marco. Exit Maswangangi and Marco combining on that far side. Masele, the space opening up in front of him, thinks about the shot, has a go, and puts it well wide.
Nothing wrong in trying the long range shot, just needs to have the confidence.
This one looks like it's going down to the wire, as they say. We'll need penalties to settle it. And this second, really in the period of extra time, neither side really did enough, although Pirates had the best chances. Both of them going to Dion Otto. Otherwise, it's been a tired period of extra time. Players, both sets of players looking a bit exhausted as Olani Kwinda ends it all in terms of 120 minutes of football. And we will have penalties to decide this one.
Who takes the center stage, the goalkeeping department?
Yeah.
The first two gentlemen who are going to step up to take the penalties for their respective teams play a key role.
Now, the responsibility shifts to the brave. Who does the coach trust, and who's going to put their hand up as well? And we go into a penalty shootout. There have been 2 penalty shootouts in this competition between these sides. Pirates won in 96, Supersport in 99. But let's confirm that after 120 minutes, it's Supersport United 2, Orlando Pirates 2. And now the drama of penalties to follow. The agony and ecstasy of penalties. Goalkeepers, I always say, can only be heroes when it comes to penalties. I've never heard of a goalkeeper getting blamed for a penalty shootout loss, Brian Martin.
Not at all. Like you say, you become a hero because you've got to make some fine saves. But it's a heavy moment for players entrusted with the responsibility to take penalties, in particular the one that takes the first penalty. That becomes very tricky. If you're not a strong character, that could lower the morale of the team. But hey, this is football. Like we say, it's the lottery of penalties.
So there you go. I mentioned twice they've met in the Nedbank Cup. They've had a penalty shootout between these two sides, but in all competitions, or in Cup all competitions, there's been 5 penalty shootouts between these two sides, and Supersport United have the edge there, winning 3 to Supersport, to Pirates 2. And we will find out shortly who will take the penalties. And can tell you that Pirates' record in penalty shootouts in the Nedbank Cup reads played 12, won 4. They've lost on 8 occasions. Not a great record. Supersport United, on the other hand, have been involved in 11 penalty shootouts. They've won 8 of them and lost 3. So that's in the Nedbank Cup. But of course, we'll have a toss as to who goes first, and or who faces the first penalty. What was your preference, Brian Mate? I mean, I think that most would say that when you take the first one, you take the early advantage. You apply immediate pressure on the opposition, provided you score it, of course.
True. You score first. That's good, because then the opponent has got to come back and respond. But if you miss it, then you have a problem.
Different matter altogether.
Yeah.
So Ricardo Gosu had a very, very good game. Will now have to, along with Sipo Chain, try to, but we know Sipo Chain's heroics in penalty shootouts. He famously kept 3 out in the MTN 8 a couple of seasons ago. And he got the better of Sundowns. So here's a chance again. Well, after a very iffy performance today, not the best Sipo Chain that we saw today, but he has a chance to redeem himself by being a hero here, Brian Mate.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to do, take leadership. That's people coming into his territory and try and bypass him. So he's got to dominate, and he knows it. Like you said, he's been exposed to a couple of this. He's built character, there's experience as well. Not too sure how much of research have you done in terms of individual players to look at their styles of taking penalties, but that too has got some work to do.
Well, I'm sure the Chain, I saw them showing him a laptop there, where clearly they've studied the penalty takers of Supersport United. Sipo Chain was in goal the last time Pirates were involved in a penalty shootout in this competition. That was when they beat Dondol Stars. They beat Dondol Stars in a penalty shootout. And Chain was in goal for that one in 2023, April 2023. Pirates winning that one 5-4 on penalties. Just some final instructions for the goalkeepers. You know what to do. You're allowed to move along the line, but not allowed to step forward, but you always step forward. And without the benefit of VAR,
it's not easy.
No, it's not very easy to catch them out. So it will be, by the looks of things, Supersport United will take the first penalty, and being given the responsibility of the first one. Is it Leboha Maboye?
Yes.
It looks like it is indeed Leboha Maboye who is going to take on the responsibility. Experienced member of the side, has been in these pressure situations plenty of times in the past out with Mamelodi Sundowns. Leboha Maboye now to try and give the early advantage. 2 Free Staters facing up here. So this then to give Supersport United the early advantage. Leboha Maboye facing up to Sipo Chain. Short little run up. Maboye puts it beyond the reach of Chain.
The secret, try and aim for the corner of that net, right at the back. That's where you have to do. There's no chance for the keeper. Played with power.
He hits the side netting.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Right at the corner there at the back.
If you hit the side netting, you're most likely to score. No chance. Not many goalkeepers are getting there. Supersport United were involved in a penalty shootout in the Nedbank Cup against Cape Town City in February last year. And they won that penalty shootout. Now this is Hotto to level it up. Also going for the short little run up. Hotto again hits the side netting. Goss cased the right way, but it was too well struck.
That's the secret. Right the corner of that net, but power as well. Guessed right, but it's the power that beats him. Ricardo Goss. That's what within reach.
Two quality strikes though.
Proper.
Two very good penalties. 1-1. And a very experienced Bradley Grobler, the all-time highest scorer in this fixture with the 9 goals against Pirates, all-time leading scorer for Supersport United. Well, current group crop of players. He's got more goals than any player for Supersport with 6, but the all-time leading scorer in this competition for Supersport is Jamie Brown. But here is Grobler! Wow, beautifully done.
If you play it at that level, with that kind of power, no chance for the keeper. Well taken.
There's top 4, there's 4 corners to aim for.
Yeah.
Hit any one of those,
You're good to go.
you're likely to score. 2-1 to Supersport United. Bradley Grobler.
Captain, normally side foots those.
Yep. Tapelakoki there to keep them alive, and they sends the keeper the wrong way. 2-2. Well, we've had 4 quality penalties.
That quality.
Very calm.
Extremely high. Former Pirates is coming up. Pule.
And he's getting the bird, as they call it, giving him heaps of the Pirate supporters. Madiela Pule looking to put him off as he steps up to try. Looks calm enough. Looks to keep his side in it, or keep them ahead, keep them with the advantage. 100% so far. 4 penalties taken, 4 scored. Chain
He's playing the mind games.
making him wait. They're all going for the short run up. Would have made up their minds by then. Bule! Keeper guesses right and makes the save.
It worked. The mind games. Delaying it. And when you delay, it allows players to change their minds a lot of times. It's the psychology that has worked. Chain.
Super chain then. Oh wow, look at that.
As well.
He had actually run the wrong way, Chain, and
It's a nice volley.
wow, beautifully done with using his feet there, Super Chain. Great improvisation. And now pressure now for the Maropa to give Pirates the lead. For the first time, had a wonderful game. He worked his socks off. Wasn't as clinical as he would have liked in front of goal. Everest Maropa. Oh, calmly done, Maropa. And Pirates take the lead for the first time. Oh, he was so calm.
His players, his teammates were killed by that celebration. They were killed by the. I saw 2 of them pulling their cars. Look at this.
Sends him the wrong way. Oh, beautifully done.
Watch this.
Not the most.
Yes. Kenna wagesho, kenna ke tshwere mfa. Kenna boya mo. I'm in charge wagesho.
10 out of 10 for a celebration originality.
That's the man.
Nico Mobi to make it 3-3, but they would have taken one more. Well, Supersport United, it's a pressure one now.
Nice. You have a name called Nico. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Puts you under pressure.
He's the captain.
He's a captain.
Vastly experienced. Can Chain pull off another one? Told you about his heroics in there. These situations in the past. Nico Mobi. Very calmly done as well. And the Chain guessed right, but went the wrong way. It's 3-all, but the advantage with Pirates.
Well taken. Kept it high as it goes low. Good power. Good technique. Now there's going to be mind games. It's in dungeon.
Came on as a late sub. Jean-Jean. Yes, this is the first match that's being settled on penalties in this season's Nedbank Cup. And Ricardo Goss needs to come up with a save to keep Supersport United in it. Marco to press, or Gonzo rather, to press home the advantage. Gonzo taking his time, and Gonzo. Oh, and then Ricardo Goss makes the save. It's a great height for a keeper, and goes the right way, and Gonzo misses for Pirates, and we are back where we started with one kick apiece to go.
That's not the best penalty.
Too high.
Too high, within reach of the keeper. Didn't have to jump.
Disappointment for Njonjo. It's all square. We are back where we started. It's looks like Oratilwe Moloisane, the youngster, that's stepping up.
Youngsters don't have pressure. Much more experimental, this kind of situation for them. They practice these things at home. You know, when they play this 5-a-side or one ball.
Doesn't look panicked.
No, it doesn't panic. Youngsters don't panic when it comes to this kind of thing. It's the experienced guys that have stood the test of time who panics. He just wants to go out there and have fun.
Sipochain has already, well, both keepers have scored one, have stopped one. And well, Morisani taking a long time teeing it up.
He's the kind that for me could go for the Pananga.
Oh no.
You
Surely you wouldn't.
Well, I've seen players go for it.
One so young. Look at this. He is, oh my goodness, he's taking his time about this.
Yeah. Let's watch this.
Moleisani, after all that, sends the keeper the wrong way.
Youngsters don't panic when it comes to these things.
Oh, wow.
It's experimental for him.
Gatsy stuff there.
Yeah, it's a Gatsy
Took
stuff.
his time.
Yes, of course.
After 5 penalties, Supersport converting 4. Sends the keeper the wrong way.
I'm telling you. Youngsters.
Very calmly done. Like, I got this.
I got this. Don't worry.
It had to be Maswanganyi. Is he gonna produce another Panenka? See that smirk on his face. Must go, or the holders bow out. Patrick Maswanganyi, who produced that gutsy penalty to win the Soweto derby not so long ago. What will he do this time? Go straight. Oh, the keeper got it. Got a hold of it, but couldn't. Oh, no. Ooh. Relief?
Relief.
Yeah. But Maswanganyi
Massive relief.
can also heave a huge sigh of relief because, wow, Ricardo Goss got a big hand on that one.
He did. Yeah.
Of course, he was off his line.
He was, definitely. I wonder if the assistant would have spotted that if it had not gone in.
How close? You
Very
don't
close.
get any closer than
No,
that
it
to
doesn't.
saving a penalty.
It doesn't.
5-all. Sudden death. Or should I say 4-all, 5 penalties taken. We are into sudden death. Who blinks first?
You see, the first 5 that went to take the penalties were the standard ones that were expected to. The others now, it's a cut and joint.
Going down the list now.
Well,
Yeah. Can barely look. Saile.
He's the
Looks
type
calm.
that goes for power.
Yeah, no, he's also reckon he'll go for power here.
He goes for power. Doesn't matter whether he takes it to the left or right, he goes for extra power.
First one in sudden death. Then the keeper makes a save. He didn't get a hold of it. It was not a good penalty at all. He didn't get a hold of it. He almost like miskicked it. And chain stretched to his left and still got there. There was no power behind that one.
Now, I'll tell you why as well. There was no power. He's too straight with the ball, and if you're kicking with your left foot and you want to play it onto the side, it's not the best way to do it. He should have been onto the right-hand side if he's going to cut it. Watch this.
It's like comes off his
He's
heel.
slicing it, yeah. That's not the best way because he's straight to the ball, and that's easy to save.
And it's
Bubbles,
bouncing along the ground as it gets to the keeper, so it's taken all the power off it, or little power it had. So,
Mosele.
now this one. Goodman Mosele to send the Pirates into the semi-finals and keep the hunt for a three-peat alive.
Can he be that good man who becomes good at what he's going to be doing now?
He's the one to be a hero. He was a hero a couple of weeks ago in the Premiership, scoring a late winner against Cape Town City. Now this to send the holders through to the next round of the Nedbank Cup. Oh, and it's beautifully struck, and it job done. Goodman Mosele, come as you like, and Pirates advance to their 10th semi-final, and they continue this winning run in the Nedbank Cup. In the end, they held their nerve. It's anyone's game when it comes down to penalties. It's Rivero's day again. Yet to lose a match in the Nedbank Cup for Jose Rivero. And Pirates march on. What an incredible record this man has in the Nedbank Cup.
Key is the belief. The belief that against all odds you can. There was a point where they were leading and they conceded. It takes the lottery of penalties. It takes this last line of defense, and it is Shane who's going to keep you alive. And he kept the dream of Orlando Pirates alive to continue winning. And that's exactly what happened.
Super Chain, the hero again, with 2 saves. Ricardo Goss, wow, he played his part, made 1 save, and wow, got a huge hand on another, but it wasn't to be. It's again another quarterfinal exit, just as last season for Supersport United. Not since March 2022, so that's almost 3 years almost to the day since they last lost a match in the Nedbank Cup. Orlando Pirates, they march on. Mosele, wow, no chance there for the keeper. That's a fantastic save. And the champion or the holders march on, looking for their 6th Nedbank Cup title, looking for their 3rd in a row. And yep, the sign says it all. They're showing their intentions. They had to do it the hard way though. They were made to sweat by Supersport United, who twice came from behind, forced the game into extra time, and in the end edged out on Inesh. Sudden death. It doesn't get closer than that. There we go.